Why did they grayed out? I guess it's already at max level. Yeah. Alright. That's right, new shoes. Where were they? I had a set of feet. Yeah. This one. Compare. Shift. So need 6 more decks. Probably take it from int. Better movement speed. What about my energy shield? Taken devoured as an Oops. Do some laps. 20% maximum energy shield. This is 20% movement speed. Versus. Yeah, it's significantly quicker. might try and go over here. What are we gonna put? What do we want to do? So we're out this way. Where do we want to go next? I want to fill out that whole node. I would have already done that. Couple of mages. I could try this again. Let's see if we can do it. The build might be complete enough to use it. I think we have enough mana. Might be the last node we need. Let's see how we go. Yeah, doesn't work. Don't have enough mana sustain yet. Yeah, it's not gonna. We need more. We need a bigger pool. The minute we get healed, it's gonna hit. We're gonna lose all of it. We won't be able to cast anything. If I didn't have it left, should refund it just for now until we're a bit more mannered up. Alright, go elsewhere. What about... this way's anything good? I did want to go out here, didn't I? Oh yeah, didn't want that. So that's my cast on freeze trigger. Kinda want to get down here as well to open up those crits. I'll do that, let's do that. One, two, three. Shit, 50? Really? Alright, let's get another jewel. I don't like any of the jewels I have. Pretty happy with the cast speed. Probably like max mana, I'm guessing. that either. Okay. Oh, fuck it. Let's just search what we got here. Increased magnitude of shock. Yeah. Fuck. Where the fuck is it now? They are 20 qualities, so it's probably worth keeping. Alright, let's go back to it. So our mana should be much better now. Look at that. No issues with it dropping down. Pool's big enough now. What the fuck is that? Regenerates life itself. Hidden item. 80 tribute remaining, yeah. God, it's latency. Spiking on another file, look at that. Percent, blah blah blah. Increase and regen. No, not any of them. Fuck off.
by the River on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Carl Pilkington, doing the button stuff. Actually becoming a little bit of a producer.
Carl,
He's put
yeah.
a bit of work in, hasn't he? He's got a few games, and we made him. He's getting a bit stressed when we shout at him because the mics don't work or it's hanging off. It was too hot in here. He couldn't get the thing working last week. I mean, I really would throw this studio away and get a real one.
Yeah. Well, I'd get one of those ones you can buy for like tenner from Argos.
Argos, yeah, like Bon Tempe. My first studio.
my first
with a little
broadcasting
picture
studio.
of Carl on it. Yeah.
Exactly. That'd be great product placement.
What have you got this week for us, Carl? Because again, we've put very little. I said I would put. I'm not hungover, but I've put nothing into
Rick, have you done any work for this week's show?
No.
None
Have you?
whatsoever? No.
What have we got? What have we got? Quick, keep them. It's 5 past. They're turning over already. They're finding other things. There's melon stew. There's everything. Go on.
We've got, after the success of last week, Rockbusters. We're doing that again.
Sorry, were you on the same show?
Alright, last week.
Yeah.
Right, so we'll be doing that. Got some nice prizes, which...
What prize have you got? Have you got?
Don't.
No, I'll tell you what. If you killed the corn too, then can I enter this
there
competition?
you go.
No.
What is that?
He's got some different prizes. Maybe I should just tease the audience with those a bit later, Rick, because there's some exciting stuff there.
That's going to be amazing. Yeah.
Right, so
I don't want to give too much away, Rick, but one of them is a copy of The Office on DVD.
Is anything like maybe Burt Reynolds' straight-to-video film? Are any of those in
Sadly,
there?
nothing quite as classy.
Fist.
Yeah.
Right,
Oh,
so
go on.
we've got that lot to give away.
Yeah.
We've
yeah.
got
Go on. Hurry up, quick.
educating Ricky, where
Yeah,
I teach you stuff.
because you taught me that people used to eat tomatoes off lead plates in the land of Narnia last week,
that's
which was
what we learned
good.
last week.
Yeah.
No, what
Is
was-
it only tomatoes they ate off the lead plates, by the way? Why didn't they think other fruits and vegetables were poisonous?
No, it wasn't. It was because tomatoes had acid in them. That was the problem. You see, you don't listen, right?
Well, lots of fruits have acid in them.
Yeah, but they didn't eat them back then. they didn't have bloody kiwi fruit and stuff.
Don't
did
say
they, back then?
bloody. You're a producer.
Come on,
You'll start saying shit and cock and stuff. You start saying bloody.
Tits.
Play the.
Hang on, right, and...
Go on, play the.
keep him hooked, right?
Yes.
We've still got Song of the Story in it.
Randomly.
You don't want to play Babushka, do you? He doesn't like the idea of Babushka. I told him that was a story, and he doesn't like it. Devil went down to Georgia. Someone sent in. You know, he's looking for a soul to steal.
Yeah.
Doesn't like it. Why don't you like that?
Do you know the song?
Not particularly.
Right, it's a song about a lad who goes into a pub on a normal night. And
it's in sort of the deep south of America, New Orleans, something like that. It's you know, it's not the old Kent Road.
Right. Okay.
Go on.
goes into a pub. There's a devil in there who's getting a bit cocky. He's had a bit to drink, and he's saying, "Do you want to sort of gamble your soul away with me, and we'll see who's best at playing the violin?"
Yeah.
And I think the lad wins in the end, but it's not real enough. Whereas the one.
Oh. What? Not like the Shadow that got fed up and started pushing kids off bikes?
Rick, I think you're
In
referring
Boston.
to stuff that no one made sense of last week.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think we should refer to last week.
Let's play Mock Turtles. Can you dig it? And then we'll come back and we'll talk about that.
And
I've come to the conclusion, Rick, we should never refer to stuff Carl said in the past, because it would just take too long to explain.
Okay, alright, that's fair enough. Mock Turtles. Can you dig it?
Indeed.
What I've done there is I've taken the title and I've done it like I'm talking to someone.
Sure.
XFM 104.9, I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant
Hello there.
and Carl Pilkington.
So, Carl, how excited are you about Ricky's celebrity boxing match? Are you going to be there? Are you going to come along? Are you aware of this? You're aware of all this, aren't you?
yeah, I've heard about it.
We can't name the opponent
when
because
it
that should be a
is.
surprise. But anyway, it's for a charity. It's a charity boxing match.
Yeah.
And
I've always wanted to beat someone up for charity.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a good cause.
But the thing about Ricky is, I don't know if you're aware of this, Carl, but Ricky's one of these men who, you know, he doesn't mind sort of, you know, making a fool of himself on the telly and being funny and stuff, but if people said to him, right, you can either be Britain's funniest man, universally agreed that you're the funniest man in Britain, or you could, like, beat some gangsters up in a pub, he would go that, oh, please, just let me beat people up in a pub, and maybe like an old man's being hassled, like, by some street youths, and you come in and, like, smash some bottles over their heads and sort of sort it out.
Against the odds, though.
Against the odds, yeah, there's about 5 of them against you.
Sure.
So, because he's got this kind of...
Get to the point, come on.
Well, the point is, he quite likes the idea of being sort of macho, and you know what I mean, and kind of a tough guy, you know, because he grew up in a rough...
I like boxing.
Yeah, but you'd love the idea of people going, don't mess with Ricky Gervais. If someone said, don't mess with Ricky Gervais, that would be exciting, wouldn't it? Never mess with Ricky Gervais, he will destroy you. That's what you'd love.
Go on.
Because you used to do karate, didn't you? You were a karate...
Oh, ages ago, yeah.
Didn't you get all the way up to white belt?
No, I was one away from black, and then I stopped because that's
right.
what started working nights.
Oh yeah,
See?
one step away from black.
Oh, was it?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, I was chatting to him last night in the pub because obviously the boxing match is in about 5 weeks' time, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, he was sat there, Carl. I don't know if you know this about Ricky, but he's taken to smoking cigars.
No, I do.
Are you aware of this?
I had the occasional one.
He got a cigar. He got like a Monte Cristo out of his pocket. It was ludicrous. He looked like George Papard for the A2, wasn't it? It was pathetic. And he was drinking Guinness. And I was saying to him, but aren't you doing a boxing match soon? And
I haven't started training yet. I'm starting training next week.
You're not concerned that it's gonna have an impact?
Well,
I mean, what I'm saying is, you know, like the boxers, they normally
It might actually be half decent.
like years of training.
Yeah, I mean, what you know, what I
Getting
mean?
up at 5:30.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you reminded me of Frank Bruno when he was preparing for Panto, not when he was.
I don't think he even smoked then, did he?
No.
And drank. No.
So I don't. What's your thinking, Rick? Because you know you're going to get your face pummeled. You know that. I mean, they're going to destroy.
Well,
you.
that guy had 25.
That's why I left
Fucking
it
make it
this
10.
long, so I
So if I
definitely
saw
got
it,
some
not
looks.
all over
But
it.
you haven't got a chance.
You having a laugh?
Have you ever been? Have you ever
You
taken
having
a
a laugh?
punch to the face?
Sorry, sorry.
But I'm genuinely concerned.
Is this sort of psychological training? Because
No, it's not psychological training. It's a warning. I've spoken to your friends and your loved ones, and they all agree. We've got a petition going. We're sending it to the BBC. Please do not let this man box. Anyone else, please. But they're going to beat you. Seriously, I mean, have you ever had a punch, like a boxing glove, in the face?
no,
I think you should let us punch you next week live on the show.
you'd like that, wouldn't you?
No, because because you've got to get used to it. Because I think you're going to either cry, just start crying uncontrollably, or just run away. You'll just run away. You'll just climb out the ring and run off.
Yeah, this is the same tactic Ali used against Foreman in Rumble in the
Exactly.
Jungle.
But I just.
Oh dear.
Because I think a boxing glove. Because I know you're wearing like huge. Aren't you wearing like huge kind of foam boxing?
No, we're not. No, no, we're not. We're using not normal amateur ones.
Are you wearing boxing gloves like those ones they used to have on Gladiators? When everyone bites the dust. Those big foam gloves. You just slap each other.
Neck braces.
Yeah, exactly.
And a big sumo suit. So I should be okay.
Do you get to you get some kind of head protection? Do you? Do you get some head-
Yeah. It's amateur. It's amateur. So it's
amateur, you say?
No, I mean
So it's not. There's no title.
No,
here,
no,
there's
no,
belt.
no. I mean, I think the amateur is head guards, vest, and 16-ounce gloves or something, as opposed to professional, which is no vest, bare-chested. No,
Right.
maybe I can ask to fight bare-chested because I'd quite like to show off my body.
Yeah.
If I do.
I think wrestling is really good for you. But I don't mean like those kind of like The Rock and people like that. I'm talking about Big Daddy, giant head that kind of.
That'd be
where
good.
you can just whip out someone.
Where they can sort of like be nearly dying, but then they can do a stomach butt.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
yeah, it's stomach to stomach. That's a good move, isn't it? In British wrestling, I always like that one.
Yeah, no,
Oh
I think
dear,
wrestling, you would.
like two elephant seals fighting
Yeah.
over a female.
Is it true that you've spent, knowing you've spent more time deciding what tune you're going to enter the ring to?
I want to come out to California by Tupac and Dr. Dre. I think that'd be really
I
good,
think
wouldn't
that's
it?
embarrassing.
And I'm going to come out with loads of little midgets to make me look really big.
Sure.
I mean, I don't know what the BBC think of that, but
Yeah.
it might be a.
I
might be
don't
a
know.
good
Maybe we should take some suggestions as to songs that would be perhaps more appropriate.
Okay.
I get knocked down, but I get up again.
A fatty bum bum.
Yeah.
Yeah. Play a record, Carl.
It is going to be.
He's dissed me.
It's going to be.
He's dissed me.
Next
Yeah.
week, you take a punch to the jaw next week on air.
Cheering breaks, long distance on XFM 104.9. On the way in, right, you know those little cars? They look like a little bubble car. They're modern ones. They look like half a car.
Is that like a smart car? Is that
Yeah,
what it's
they
called?
look like they just look like a toy car, and you can park them sideways.
Is there any room for two people?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's just like the half of the front of a Volkswagen just cut in half,
yeah.
right? And I saw one going on Oxford Street, and it's a police car, a real police car, right?
Really?
Yeah, and I mean, I thought, well, what happens if they have to chase someone? They couldn't, but I don't think that's the point because it was written on the side. It said something like cleaner, something more efficient. So I think they're making the point that we're cruising round in this car like we're on the beat, and
Yeah.
it's using less energy and stuff.
Yeah.
But the first thing I thought of, right, was that those two policemen, they must have been going, "Oh, Sarge, don't let us have that one. Can't we have the Granada?"
Yeah.
I mean,
It's so embarrassing.
I
It's
know,
so
about,
embarrassing.
police, they're doing,
But you've got to respect them.
Yeah,
You've
of
got
course,
street
yeah.
toughs have got
But
to respect them.
exactly. I just don't know if you have to.
The only thing more embarrassing.
What if you're really tall and you have to climb out of one and you're a
Yeah.
copper? Are there any policemen out there who have been asked to drive one of these cars? If you're listening, do you think police listen to this?
The only thing that would be more embarrassing is if you had to patrol on one of those bikes the goodies used to ride. That's the only thing I think that would be more pathetic.
A pogo stick?
Yeah, it's so embarrassing. Or on roller skates.
Yeah.
But not like roller blades. Roller skates, those really old roller skates.
Have you seen
that you tie on your socks.
Yeah, have you seen those little bikes that look like clown bikes that the couriers use now? They're about a foot high. They're little
I saw a guy the other day on it. My head turned, yeah. They're really bizarre.
Just think
they're the ones that they fold up.
Yeah, but think of policemen chasing you on that.
Well, I always remember that even in America when I started seeing policemen riding bikes, it didn't seem to me. It seemed.
Oh, they're quite cool. They're the ones that go through Central Park on the mountain bikes. Yeah, but that's really cool, isn't it? They
it looks like they should be delivering
whiz along at about 30 miles an hour, and they can jump to different news.
Do you know what I mean? Because like on motorbikes, on a Harley Davidson or whatever, I'm not messing with a cop. Chips. Now that's cool. Coppers.
Yeah.
But people in a smart car or it is a bit embarrassing.
But I suppose it is that, or it's better than walking. You see,
next we'll see them in those. If you really want to be kind of worried about the environment, though, you know those little taxis you see that people pedal. They pedal around Soho.
Yeah, and when it's a riot squad, there's 4 in the back.
Exactly.
But that's the thing, right? If they need to arrest someone.
Yeah, here we go. Go on.
No, well, what do they do? Because they do only sit 2, so do they have to flag a cab down or something for the criminal?
We'll give you the money. Get a receipt.
You definitely will go there. Yeah, you definitely will, because we've been caught this way before.
Exactly.
The last bloke, he just ran off. No, I won't run off. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, Mr. Policeman, I'll take your car. Then okay, go on then. You definitely bring it back, though. I will. Well, isn't there something in America where when they arrest someone in America, they don't take them back to the station and fill out all the forms. They just take them back to the station, and then they go and fill the forms out in a cafe or something, so they're still looking out. Yeah, Carl told me that.
They're what? So they're still on patrol, is it?
Yeah, so they said they're doing all their paperwork, but they're in the, a cafe window, and they're looking out.
Do you know, like how they say in this country so much police time's wasted by having to go back to the office and filling out loads of forms?
That sounds like some policeman going, I could get a lot more work done if I was in a Starbucks.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of criminals in the pub, and if I would, and I get to keep the receipts.
Yeah, I mean, what's safest is if I didn't wear my uniform and probably got drunk.
Yeah.
With some mates.
Or a lot happens in, looking out my bedroom window. So if I was just like snoozing, snoozing, and when I heard a noise, I just pop, look out, oi, come here.
Yeah, apparently there's a lot of crime in Marbella over the next 2 weeks. You want to pay me
so if there's a policeman listening who has to drive one of those cars, were you annoyed when your sergeant
It is the most embarrassing.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
No, I think the pogo stick.
Pogo stick one.
Or the pogo stick. The triple tandem. That's great. Tandem. We should get that.
We should
when we do our road show. Carl does all the pedalling. Yeah. I'm in the basket in the front.
Hello, Western Superman!
Play a record, Carl. What have you got?
What do you want? Mott the Hoople?
Oh, Mott the Hoople, yeah. Dug it out of the library. Yeah. I had one. It had greatest hits, which was enough, wasn't it?
What have you got for us, Rick?
Roll Away the Stoner, I think. Coldplay, The Scientist.
Have you seen the video for that?
No, but
absolutely magnificent.
Is it?
It's brilliant.
I was always walking backwards in the woods. Oh yes, I have.
Absolutely extraordinary.
I like all their videos. I think they're great.
Yeah.
I still haven't worked out how to do that one with whether it's a filter they just turn up the light because it gets light through the duration of the video.
Along,
yeah.
Impressive. Yeah.
And it's slow as well, so he must have.
I'd like them to win an award.
I'd like them to win awards. I like Coldplay.
Yeah. No. Good luck to them. Rick, can I just? Sorry, I don't mean to abuse our position again, but Bruce Springsteen's performing in London tomorrow night, and you remember I made an appeal to try and get a free ticket. Yeah. Well, I don't even mind paying. I tried to pay, but...
It's illegal.
I'm a generous kind of...
It is!
I thought you were me. No, go on, what are you going to say? You were
all I'm saying is...
Interesting, alright.
Ripped off, do you?
Checks. It's still using the wrong affinity.
Yeah. And I've been chasing kind of my tail, really. I'm not going at the moment. I'm not going, and I'm desperate to see the man. I mean, he's going to do a great concert. It's his only one in London. I can't believe that being on the radio, being on XFM, the listenership's going up apparently. I can't believe I can't get a ticket. I've asked Carl. He's done nothing.
Yeah, that's better.
Carl, say what you said when he was whinging in the break.
No CPU spiking now. Interesting.
The John Boy album.
Yeah.
You got into.
Sold.
There's one there for you.
Well, but it's yin and yang.
And it's like, but
Carl, what's Steve ever done for you? That's what you got to ask yourself. What has Steve ever done for you?
Well, he took me to the BAFTAs. Yeah, but only because no one else would probably want to go with you.
I can't believe that. I do not believe that. Oh, Steve, I'm going to stitch you up now, Carl, and it's in a nice way, and don't worry, it won't be too bad. He won't take too bad. Carl sent me a little text message today.
Right.
No,
Oh, what is this?
Right, okay.
You know, I'm in a very frail mood at the moment.
No, you're
not
like
going to
this
see
one.
Bruce.
This is funny, because me and him have been, like, sending trivia back and forth to each other, which is another point, right? I sent him... Oh, well, I'll get to that in a minute. I thought he'd really be amazed with,
Well, while you're fiddling, if you can make my dream come true to go and see Bruce Springsteen tomorrow, then give us a call on the usual number.
But like I said, Steve,
What?
right? Wouldn't be right. You just said when the song was on, can't believe it, right? We work at XFM and I can't get tickets for Springsteen, right?
Yeah.
We work in radio, we should get tickets. Right, now think
Which
of
I'm
the
willing
amount
to pay for.
Yeah, but think of but if it's sold out, it's sold out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right?
but that's just something they say.
Right, that's just what they say, is it? Right, so everybody on local radio stations says, I like that Bruce Springsteen, I want a free ticket, right? So another say...
I tried to phone. I phoned for an hour and a half. I couldn't get through.
Not long enough.
I put the hours in.
Not long enough.
Not long enough.
What are you talking about? Put the hours in.
No.
Right, so another 400 people turn up at the gig. They cram them all in. There's people being crushed. You know, they've paid the money early. They were up early that day when the phone lines were open, whilst you were probably sleeping and that. So they're dedicated, and they're the ones at the front getting crushed. Would you mind be happy if you were there getting crushed?
I don't mind. I'll sit at the side of the stage and watch him.
Yeah, but
I don't mind.
But everyone will say that then, and then
What?
before you know it,
Yeah.
no one can see anything
No,
because you're
Carl's
all on
right on
stage.
this one.
Leave
Right,
it.
right, I'm going to give you this here. I'm now handing over my mobile phone to Steve to read the... You can see it's from Carl at the top, but just read it out as you scroll down. Just read it out loud.
Is this a text message from...
Yeah, this is a text message to me from Carl. Read it out.
To see at night as well as an owl, you would need eyes the size of grapefruits. If only Stephen could turn his head right round as well. Carl, I can't believe it. What upsets me most, Carl, right, is not the fact that you've been slagging me off behind my back. It's the fact that you've got the cheek to come on here and moralise because you failed to get me tickets and make a dream come true. You come on here trying to pass the buck and say that it's a health and safety problem, when in actual fact it's a Carl Pilkington problem. I'm devastated. I'm devastated.
And then let's play a record.
I'm
I should
upset.
have eaten this banana off air.
What's the number?
It's 08700 800 1234. But if it's sold out, Steve, it's sold out.
A bit of a classic here.
What's
Oh,
this
yeah.
one?
I bet if Ricky wanted to go, it'd be fine. I'm sure someone could sort it out then.
Who?
Oh, if Ricky Gervais wants to go, then
I'm
you can
going.
come. Are you?
No.
You want some tickets then?
U2. Electrical
okay.
Storm. That's great. That's
Oops.
great. I love that. On XFM 104.9
So,
on Ricky Gervais,
go
Steve
here.
Merchant, and Carl Pilkington. Carl, I want you to tell Steve what you told me in the week about the snake, about the anaconda. How to. Right. This is Carl's method. He's not scared of the anaconda, the 30-foot long, biggest, scariest snake.
No, you were talking
the
about
world.
stuff, weren't you, about in jungles and that, and animals.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
Right.
And I remember reading about, say if you're in the jungle and you get tired and you go to sleep, right, and you sort of wake up and you feel something.
Maybe I should just disable multi-threading.
And you look down.
I'll
it's
see if
an
I get
anaconda,
many crashes.
right?
Yes.
And it's swallowing your feet because apparently they always go from the feet up. They never eat you from the head. So
Okay. Should I save these points to the end? Because
Make a list of the points.
Because they always eat head first because the way the fur goes, where they have to take a capybara or even a rat, they take it from the head
But
first.
make a point.
Okay,
Make some notes
okay,
there.
so that's wrong.
We'll come back
Okay,
to this
next,
later.
go on.
That's
They always
wrong.
eat from the feet, go on.
so they swallow in your feet, and it's
Still
said
some
on-
spikes
on
there
the,
for
on the
CPU.
website. If you wake up and you see this anaconda doing that, sort of eating away at your feet, don't panic.
Don't
And
panic. I'm just
don't-
writing this down. Don't panic. Well done. Okay, go on.
Don't try and kick it off.
Okay.
Just let it sort of swallow you,
Mhm.
but only up to your knees.
Okay.
Why not kick it off straight away? Because
I think it sort of gets a bit angry, it starts thrashing about, and it can swallow faster, I think. I'm guessing that bit.
I'm guessing that. Yeah, maybe.
eat
So,
knees.
yeah, so it's up-
eat
it's-
knees. So
it's-
eat it up to your knees.
It's up to your knees,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
what
yeah.
you do is you get a knife
Okay.
and you cut.
And how do you get a knife? Do you walk over to the kitchen?
I was
or-
going to pop over, get knife. Where's that come from? Get
Well,
from
you
the knife.
always have a knife.
Okay.
Always have a knife, of course you do. Otherwise you're a fool. Always have a knife, okay?
Well,
Eat-
come on.
Yeah.
If you're going to go into a jungle,
Always have a knife. Okay.
Always have a knife, yeah.
simple.
Could I just suggest something? You know, suppose you're wearing combat trousers, and the knife is actually in the trousers by the knee, the sort of pocket by the knee. What happens then? I suppose you could still reach into the mouth, couldn't you? So anyway, you've got a knife. Let's say you've got a knife. Let's say you've fallen asleep. The anaconda's it's chewing your feet. You let it eat up to the knees. You've got a knife. What do you do then, Carl?
Right. So it's up to your knees, and what you do, you get your knife that you got out of your pocket earlier, and you cut it at the mouth, right? Do you know, like either side of the lips?
Right.
So you're sort of cutting it in half.
Right, like a Chelsea smile.
And it can't, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It can't do anything. It wasn't ready for that. It can't move about because it's got, like, your legs in its mouth. And peel it off and walk away.
Okay.
Peel it off.
My main point, really, is this, Carl. Never will an anaconda or any constrictor, python, boa constrictor, just start eating a sleeping man. He will crush you to death first. That's why they're called constrictors. They're not called gobblers, are they? Or holy swallowers. They're called constrictors. Why would he start eating something? Is that how they take down antelope? Just start chewing their leg? Oh, it's gone off. I'll tell you what, lads. They get together. This next one there said, I'll tell you what, we're losing a lot of prey by just living at their ankles. They're running away. Let's crush them to death first so they can't move. Then we can swallow them. You're a fool.
So anyway, right, so I was telling him this bit of information because we started a feature last week. Well, week before. So
sorry, Carl, can we just go back to the crushing you to death first?
Yeah, but... Well, I read it.
He's won there. He's beating you there, Rick.
Okay. Did it say what to do if it starts crushing you to death first? No. Did it say what to do? Supposing it had this meeting, and it started crushing you, and you woke up and it was actually round your chest. And every time you tried to take a breath and breathe that a little bit, it just tightened its grip because it can feel that. What'd you do then?
You sort of tighten yourself up anyway, because I've read about that.
Yeah.
If one does start wrapping it around you, you sort of make yourself into a ball, first of all, and it'll wrap around you, but it's all right because you're protecting your lungs, so it can't crush you. And then you just sort of shout for help, and you
shout out with this 30-foot snake. Do you know
Oh,
how it
whoops,
works?
didn't see it.
It gets as tight as it can. It can feel
Cheeky
as
bastard.
actually as tight as it can, right? With these huge muscles, right?
Yeah.
Right. When you leave a bit of breath out, it tightens again.
You won't be that out of breath. You haven't been running anywhere, so you can just go.
What? And when do you get the new mouthful of oxygen?
Just breathe very slowly, like you do.
How? Do you know what breathing is? Do you know what breathing is? It's extending your rib cage, right? Intercostal muscles between the ribs. Contract like that, okay, making the rib cage expand, which pulls air in through. It's like a bellow. That you can't just breathe via the mind. It's a physical process. It's your rib cage.
Maybe I'm special, but I can do little breaths without my rib cage.
Play a record, Steve.
You're special.
Play a record.
No.
No. You can't take little breaths
Well,
without
I can.
moving your rib cage.
Can I just give you the titles because we're running out of time? We've got a competition to do.
Okay, all right. Let's just leave the anaconda
So forget
discussion.
that, because
Why don't you agree to disagree, and we'll see who survives if you crash land in the jungle.
Right. So,
Right. What is this? What are you doing now?
this is educating Ricky, right?
Oh, good. I'm going to look forward to this.
Three topics that I teach you every week.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, I should just remind people, you normally
It's still
summarise
spiking.
these in a kind of bullet point heading, which you tease us with. So
Yeah.
what have you reduced them to this week?
Right, we've got Stocking, Aitken and Waterman.
Stocking, Aiken and Waterman. Good.
Yeah. What else have we got? We've also got what else is it? It's not his vault. Yeah.
It's not what?
It's not his vault.
Okay.
Yeah. And we've also got Get a Lobe of This.
Get a lobe of this.
Yeah.
Carl, they're genius. Rick will be choosing one of these after New Order.
Foo Fighters and All My Life on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Stephen Merchant and Carl Pilkington. So, just before we do educating Ricky, this is where Carl thinks he can give me something of interest and teach me something to take away. Last week I found out that somewhere in a strange land people thought tomatoes were poisonous because they ate them with lead. Things like that. What was the other one you told me?
What else was it last week? Bit of worms. Cut me off.
Yeah. Oh, I sent him a text message. I was on the train, a bit bored, and I read in, I think it was Metro, scientists have found out that worms get stressed, and they found out that the fat ones didn't live as long. And when they checked the thin ones that lived longer, they found out they had a gene for de-stressing them. Right, Carl? What did you remember what you said?
No.
He went, well, that's stupid, isn't it? He said, did these other ones die of natural causes? I went, yeah. He went, all right, because it could be that the fat ones couldn't get off the pavement quick enough and got squashed. So maybe the scientists go, yeah, we didn't. Yeah, they come to think of it, they were flat as well as fat.
I think the reason that the worms are getting stressed is because people like Carl are cutting them in half to try and make 2 snakes.
Yeah.
Two worms.
Yeah.
That's the concern.
He said they can't even commit suicide if they're stressed by cutting their throat. I also sent what I thought was quite interesting, that the scientists have found that the elephant hasn't got the best memory. The sea lion has, based on they've got a sea lion and they got it back into the old laboratory 10 years after it taught it a simple trick, and it could still do the trick. What did you say to that, Carl?
I'd say they don't go up to much anyway, so if you do teach it something, it is going to remember it.
Sure.
Because it's got nothing else to do.
Yeah.
And then it also, I mean, I like sea lions, they look nice and everything, but what do they do?
What was it? Sea lions?
Yeah, what are they here for? It's another jellyfish, as far as I'm concerned. It's like, it's there and people know about them, but what do they do?
Yeah. What do
we do? What do we do, Carl?
Well,
what do we do?
A cat, first, Steve said, is good for your heart. So
why is it all geared to what's good for us?
Well. Anyway.
Educating Ricky.
Good, we settled that then. Go on.
The titles that are meant to sort of pull you in.
Yeah.
We've got what was it? Stocking, Aitken and Waterman.
Yeah.
You've got It's Not His Vault. And Get a Load with This.
Get a load with this. So which pun do I pick first? I think I'll go for get a load of this.
Get a lobe of this.
Yeah, get a lobe of this. Yeah.
Well, that's a story about a girl who she was deaf, right, for 4 years, and it happened quite a bit like this.
What year? Or was it?
I think it was
ages ago. Was it?
About quite a bit back. She was deaf for about 4 years, having an argument with her mum, it said, which I didn't quite understand, because I don't know how they do that.
Yeah.
But she was having an argument, and a man pushed her against a wall, and she banged her head, and the hearing came back.
Okay.
Was she wearing a Walkman, and it fell out, and she realised,
There's no explanation.
There's no explanation? Well, why is that teaching me something
right,
then?
So I knew you'd say this, right? So I thought, right, I'll stick something on it. Do you know that bees are deaf? Something
they don't know the answer, they don't tell you something else. Just, I'll tell you something else then. I can't answer that, I'll tell you something else. Imagine that, if you asked a teacher. Look, how do birds fly? Wow, if you're going to do that, tallest building.
Well,
that was the equivalent, Carl, of running away when we asked you a question.
Yeah, the intellectual equivalent of going, look over there, there's a monster.
Yeah.
Listen. What do you mean? What she? Okay, so
her hearing.
There's no explanation. There's no explanation, or you don't know.
Well, there isn't one, is there? Really, it's a bit weird.
But the only thing.
Did doctors not look into it?
No, I think they just said, "Oh, that's good."
So again, where did this information?
Oh, that's good.
If you read this on the net, is that all they put on the net?
There was once a deaf woman who hit her head. She could hear.
Came back.
It was bizarre things about being deaf.
Was there three
I've got that book. Yeah, it's a good book. That.
Was there three more pages you just couldn't be bothered to read off?
Yeah.
No, it was just a little bit. And
was there a little picture, a cartoon picture?
No pictures. I just read it.
Ow!
Look,
Ow!
if you don't want to know, if you don't want to learn, you know.
Yeah. Okay. It's not his fault. Let me have It's Not His Fault. You've got to save this. This has got to teach me something. It'll be an interesting story.
Right. It's not his vault. This fella.
Yeah. What year? Ages ago?
Olden times?
I'd say in the 70s.
Okay.
Would you? Any evidence for that?
And
does he wear flares in the story?
Right.
Is that your reason?
No, it's a bit like Yuri Geller, this fella, right? Where he's electric.
He's electric.
And if he walks past the telly would fizz. If he walked past the radio, it all goes like that.
Ooh.
His hair stuck up all the time. And he'd be having a bath and everything would be alright, and then the power would sort of switch on in his body, and the electric in his body made him jump out of the bath. So...
What do you mean so? What is that so? What does that so mean? You've given us nothing. You've given us nothing.
You'd have to at least give us the scientific explanation.
Yeah.
Electric eels have 400 volts in them.
Oh, is this the running away again?
What was that one called?
Yeah, but but
It's not his vault.
but there's a reason that not his fault. It's not his fault. I thought it was going to be something about keeping it safe.
I think we should do these the other way round. I
It's
think you
not
should
his
tell
fault.
us the story and then we'll hear the pun.
It's not his fault. It's not his fault.
Right, let's leave it.
Play a tune. Educated
We're not doing it.
No, we are. Oh. What? Don't look at me like that.
Oh, Carl, you're in a bad mood.
The coral.
I'm all right.
Dreaming of you. Right, do the last one. Do the last one. Carl's saying we're never doing this again because we don't appreciate it. Carl, you don't know how good this feature is, mate.
Right, last one.
Yeah.
Stocking, Aitken and Waterman.
Go on then, tell me about that one. What's that? What am I going to learn from this?
Right, well, do you know the saying, put a sock in it?
I like it already.
Do you know the saying?
Yeah.
Right, well, do you know where it comes from?
I assume it's shut up, so I'll stuff your mouth with a sock to shut you
Well,
up.
Years ago.
Yeah. Sorry, am I right?
No, not really. Ages ago.
1970s?
50s,
Okay.
I'd say. Do you know the old...
I'd say.
do you know the old gramophone?
Yeah.
With the big horn on it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right, well, those stereos didn't have a volume control on them. Right? So they'd be listening
Oh, so
to
you
the
put a
album,
sock in the...
and
mute.
you'd put something like a sock.
That's a real one, you see. That's taught me something. That's good. That's excellent, Carl. That is the only one that counts, like chewing the fat, if they're true. I'm assuming they are. It works. It's of interest. I haven't got it verified yet, but that is educating Ricky. That's brilliant. I will say the other two were more entertaining. So, you know, I don't...
Do you understand the distinction, though, between that one and Electrical Man?
And, or I've hit my head, I can hear you, Mum.
Yeah. Can you see the difference, though? Or are
Not
all
really,
three...
because when I read all three, I took something away from all of them.
What did you take away from
the other
Electrical
two?
Man?
I just thought, oh, imagine that. Imagine how annoying that would be.
But that's
Yeah.
not education, is
And
it?
it's not taking anything
No, but
away.
Think about it, right? We take our lives for granted all the time, don't you? You get up in the morning, it's like, oh, I'll get up and walk for a shower. Some people can't walk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy, he can't even have a... You know what I mean? It's nice to have a bath, isn't it, when you've got time on your hands and you
Yeah.
can relax. This guy can't even do that. It might be all right for a bit, but he's not really enjoying it, because at any moment, it could strike.
Yeah.
So, he can't even do that. He can't comb his hair, because it keeps going a mess.
Yeah.
He can't watch his
Nor can
favourite...
you.
No, he can't...
Does he fight crime? What does he do with his powers?
Yeah.
I think he just has to sit around, because he can't work with machinery,
Right.
because he'll probably blow a fuse.
Yeah, so he just sits around.
Think about it, what can he do? What normal things can he do?
Skateboarding.
Going for long walks.
Yeah,
Put a wetsuit on.
well, he couldn't do that.
Why?
Ooh, water and electric.
No, wetsuits aren't actually wet. They're dry initially.
Just put a whole wetsuit on and walk round with flippers and
A
wipe the
wetsuit's
salt.
not like a dinner jacket that's like really wet.
All I'm saying is think. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
And what was
And
the other one
the
again?
girl's death, 4 years hits her head.
That's just.
What have you learned from that?
What is that?
Well, imagine how happy you'd be. Remember that time when I nearly died when I choked on a Mr. Freeze pop? Right?
Tell us that one again.
Didn't
Tell us again.
the people will remember it, and then it's.
They weren't listening. Go on. What happened?
It was ages ago when my mum and dad used to go out shopping on a Friday.
1970s?
Get the food in. get a week's load of food in the cupboard and that, and we'd, they'd come in with all the food, and we'd all be like, oh God, there's no food left on a Thursday really, so we'd all be hungry on the Friday by the time the food got in.
I love that.
And
That
I'd
they
be
wouldn't
like-
either. I imagine him like jackal puppies.
Yeah.
Just
Sick.
like licking your parents' mouth for food as they
So-
come through the door.
So they come in from the supermarket, they're emptying the box. Our kid had got some biscuits and what have you.
It's frenzy, just a feeding frenzy, like pigeons.
I grabbed the Mr. Freeze pop and knocked it back really quick, but it wasn't frozen, so I knocked it back so it was like a liquid, and it went down the wrong way, right, and I was choking, right, and I nearly died. It must have been about, how long can you go before you die?
A couple of minutes to do
Right, I reckon about a minute 50. Right, I was really close to dying.
How do you know you were close to dying?
Me,
Did your life flash before you?
No, but I just was like,
There's loads of instances of him eating pops.
Yeah, exactly.
I just said
40 of those.
whatever, right?
What do you
Anyway.
think you'd see if your life flashed past you? Which elements would stand out for you, do you think?
What?
Uh,
Start now. Go back. What do you remember? What's the first thing you remember?
as a kid,
Yeah, just anything
Right.
now.
being in a hall and having our dog licking my face.
That's your earliest memory?
Yeah.
Okay, what's the next one?
Right. Next one's probably being at primary school with Lindsay.
Yeah.
Was that your girlfriend?
Well, a little friend who was a girl.
Sure.
Yeah.
And we used to have like tins with letters in, and you'd have to write stuff. But anyway, what were we doing?
What? I got confused.
Right. So anyway,
I'm intrigued by the dog that was licking your face.
well,
We won't win that.
No, it's a great feature. I just think you need to be a little bit more careful about what you consider to be
my mic's
education.
Gone
All right,
funny.
all
I
right.
fell over.
all right. Well,
Right.
I'll.
We'll work on it
Get
next
rid
week.
of them.
And what have you got for us? Because we've got a big competition.
We've
Come
got
on.
to do the competition. We've only got 25.
Yeah, well, come on
Don't
then,
worry
quick
about
then.
it, Carl.
Do
Play a
something,
tune.
play
We'll
a
come back
tune.
with Rockbusters.
What are we
do you wanna
playing?
play?
Let's play a bit of Tupac.
Oh, that's what I'm coming out to, isn't it?
Yeah,
A fight.
exactly.
Yeah.
Imagine it.
Whack it up, whack it up.
Tupac, California Love.
Yeah.
And that's the big tune that Ricky will be coming out to when he has his celebrity boxing
Yeah.
match.
Yeah.
We're all looking forward to that, Rick.
Yeah.
Competition time, Carl?
Oh, Carl's looking forward to this.
Get
He's
rid
just
of
getting all
that,
stressed, like half hour, like Pete. Oh, go on.
These.
Go
No,
on,
it's
sorry.
just we should have done this a lot earlier. 'Cause
Why?
it keeps them hooked in. Right. If you haven't heard the game before, I'll give you some initials, bit of a cryptic clue, and those initials and the cryptic clue makes up some band. Might not be an XFM band, but it's a band or a pop group or an artist or something.
Yeah.
It's on
What's the
email.
feature called though? What's the
It's
feature
called
called?
Rockbusters.
Rockbusters. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Do you want to? Will we do this on email?
I think we ought to, because you don't like taking calls from the public, do you?
Well, he can't work the machine.
No, that's absolutely right.
It's not that. It's just that. Then it's pretty fair for everyone. Because
Anyone who's got a computer, you mean? So it's open to anyone who's got, a computer or laptop at their disposal at this precise moment.
Anyway, there's some cracking prizes, Rick, you'll be pleased to know that, obviously, once again, Carl has managed to collect together an arbitrary assortment of
Just looking
giveaway
around,
stuff.
the office.
I mean, where did you get these from? Did you, I mean, seriously, where did you get them from? Because it's
Right,
such an arbitrary
what have
collection.
we got there?
I don't know what kind of a person would want these items.
Right.
It's such an arbitrary selection, I don't know what kind of person you'd be.
Read them out. What have we got?
Well, there's another XFM compilation, which you've obviously nicked from somewhere in the office.
Yeah, it's
Fair
a
enough.
good compilation remix to the
There's
album.
an album here, which is a promo album with two pigs on the front. I think it's the Smashing Pumpkins
Frankie
live.
Saunders.
I can't be certain.
Yeah.
This is the album. Didn't we give this one away last week? This
Well,
is
yeah.
just an arbitrary compilation album. Again, one of those kind of.
Is that the actual one you didn't send, Carl?
No.
To say-
You've got a couple
I've
of
got a
these,
job lot of them.
surprise,
this-
surprise, The Office
Oh.
on DVD, which is ludicrous.
Oh, I've seen it from here. What film? Listen, dear XFM listener, it's half 2. It's a bit windy out. You're
Probably going to stay in this evening.
maybe do a bit of shopping. You got, and then stay this evening. Oh, what film would you really want? No, I mean seriously. Think if you could see one film, right? What would you want to see?
DVD.
One of the
DVD.
big releases.
Yeah, it's great. We'll put them out of their misery, Steve. They'll be watching this tonight if they're a lucky winner.
It's the movie Stigmata. Stigmata with Patricia Arquette and Gabriel Byrne. So look forward to that.
Great.
That's the big one.
That is brilliant.
You're playing
look
for-
at Carl's face. He's actually offended because he's the only one that puts any work into this show. And he's got competitions. He's got Educating Ricky, Rockbuster. He's got
the song with the story.
He's got a song with a story to come that he's like gone through them. It's unbelievable.
Oh.
Yeah. So you're playing for that collection of arbitrary goodies, plus the big prize this week, Stigmata, featuring Gabriel Byrne.
Oh dear.
About a
Go on
woman
then.
who I think starts bleeding from the hands. It's a horror film, I think. You'll have to be 18 or over
I've
to
seen
take
it.
part.
It's not terrible.
Sure.
It's all right. But
Is it better than Children of the Corn, which was a big giveaway last week?
I haven't seen Children of the Corn. Go on then.
Right. So
There's
Next
two
week,
3
Teen
maps.
Wolf 2.
Go on.
here's
Go on.
the.
And Tony Banks's own solo
Yeah.
album, Bank Statement. Remember is the musician from the Much Loved Genesis, but we got that album to give away.
All right then. So Right.
To
so-
win those exclusive prizes.
Yeah,
Go on.
yeah. You've got to email in ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
I saw a sellotape dispenser out in the office
There's
as
a
well.
pair
if
of
you want.
gloves that I don't know who's out, but they're out there and they've been there for a week. So
Let's send
a
them
pair
as
of
well.
gloves, a sellotape dispenser, and Tony Banks's solo album,
Absolutely.
Banks Statement.
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
Right, first one.
Yeah.
Initials JT.
Initials JT. What's the cryptic clue?
Cryptic clue. At the moment, I'm in a river full of logs.
Hold on.
Yeah.
JT, and what's the clue again?
At the moment, I'm in a river full of logs.
Full of logs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, who could it be? JT. At the moment, I'm in a river full of logs.
Yeah, go on.
Sweet.
Second one, there's three of them you got to get.
On the beach,
Letter
man.
is W.
Yeah.
The clue, that lad's got bad asthma.
That lad has got.
I've got that one
asthma.
already. I've got that
Yeah,
one already.
W.
Yeah.
And
okay.
finally, the last one is the letter C.
Yeah.
And the cryptic clue
Is
um,
Carl is one of these.
Mousetrap is that musical, isn't it? This isn't the clue, by the way. It is called Mousetrap, isn't it?
There's not a musical.
It's not a musical,
it's
but
a play.
it's a whodunit sort of thing. Yeah.
That's fine. Right, here's a clue. I saw that.
Imagine that. Imagine that on the real blockbusters.
Yeah, mate. Bob Owen is going, can we stop a minute? Oi, you with the 9 teddy bears there. Mousetrap, that's a show, isn't it, in London, isn't it? I think so, Bob, yeah. Right, okay, here we go.
Yeah, carry on.
So
Put the
it's-
cameras back on.
Yeah.
So the letter is C, and the cryptic clue.
Carl
I saw
is
that
one of
Mousetrap
these.
the other night, but the heating in the theatre was
What?
knackered.
What?
The heating in the theatre was knackered, right? Ruined it.
Well, we've got that one already as well.
Yeah.
I mean, these are the first one's hard, but the
So-
those two
So
are
just a quick
ridiculous.
reminder. JT was the first one.
At the moment, I'm in a river full of logs.
Full of logs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Second one, W. That lad's got bad asthma. And the last one, C. I saw that Mousetrap the other night, but the heating in the theatre was knackered and ruined the whole thing.
Okay. And ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk is the email address. You can win
I'm confused. with the
various
river full of
treats,
logs, actually.
including Stigmata.
I'm in
with
a
Gabriel
river full
Byrne.
of logs.
Yeah.
I'm in a river full of logs.
Well, we'll do it in about 20 minutes.
Yeah,
They've
you've
got
got to
20
stay
minutes
tuned
think
for the
about it.
answers.
It's not the quickest, so don't go rushing and sort of messing it up. Think about it, and it's random email anyway, so there's no rush, all right?
And if you want to email, you're welcome to say, please do not send me the prizes even if I win. Welcome to put that on there if you don't want that junk in your house.
Right. The reason we usually sort of play a record out of an outbreak, don't we?
Vape.
Carl is so concerned with his little competition. He hasn't got a record ready.
Sure.
I got one.
Okay.
Sorry, Larry.
Yeah.
Do you want to do a quick recap? Quick recap? I can't bother to even just say it. I'm not interested. I'm just not interested.
Yeah, go on,
Recap,
quick.
Still send your emails in. JT, it's some initials of a band, just in case you didn't hear it last week. If I said AK and an exploding pet, that would be Atomic Kitten,
Yeah.
right?
They know what a clue is.
So JT, at the moment, I'm in a river full of logs.
Yeah.
W, that lad's got bad asthma. And C, I saw that Mousetrap the other night. The heating wasn't working. It ruined the night. And, yeah, that's it. ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk. Some stuff.
Stigmata. With Gabriel Byrne.
Richard Ashcroft. Check the meaning. Oh, I love that. That's brilliant. On XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais with me, Steve Merchant, Carl Pilkington, who's our producer. A proper producer now.
Producer.
No, but it's more like it now, isn't it? Before he was someone who pressed the buttons, then he was someone who pressed the buttons who we just made talk like a performing monkey.
I hear he's going to be lured away by the Today programme on Radio 4. Because they've lost their news editor, I think.
Educating Ricky, quite topical.
Absolutely.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
Is
Well, so when you say topical,
What do you mean
this is topical. Well, this happened ages ago.
Yeah.
Your words, not mine.
Have they got a Ricky who works there?
We can look into that.
So this
Carl
is the big
set a
prizes they've got to be given
competition.
away, Rick. They've got to be given away.
This is Rockbuster.
We've got obviously the big prize Stigmata this week.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give the prize to Ira. I think it's Ira or Ira, but she or he emailed in the right answers and then said if you could enclose the receipt for Stigmata, that would be much appreciated. But I'm amazed by the number of responses we've had.
And someone wants a copy of Tony Banks's solo album, which I was mucking around, so we better buy that in the week to give it away, because I think that would be an amazing prize to give away.
If you
Right,
just give the clues
do
again.
the clues and then just give the
I'll
answer.
tell you
Come on.
what the answers are.
Right, well, the one that everyone was struggling with was the first one.
Yeah.
I'll save that. So we'll go to the second one. W,
Yeah,
that lad's got bad asthma.
yeah, we know that.
What
That
is it?
was Weezer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good work, well done.
The last one, C, the clue was I saw that mousetrap the other day. The heating was knackered in the restaurant,
Yeah.
In the restaurant.
in the theatre,
Yeah.
and it ruined the night.
Yeah. So it was a cold play, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's a cold
Yeah.
play.
Yeah.
And JT, at the moment, I'm
No,
in
I
a river.
can't think of this one.
At the moment, I'm in a river full of logs.
Well, I had to say there were some wrong answers. What was it again?
It was Justin Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake. We had some wrong answers that included Jethro Tull and James Taylor. I don't know how that relates to it at all.
I'm annoyed at Lake
Yeah.
when he clearly said river. I mean, that's the first thing that cropped up. Not I'm in some water full of logs. At the moment, yeah, I'm in some water full of logs. But he actually had to say river, so not lake. That annoys me. I mean, I didn't get it. Fair enough. I should have worked it out. I should have tried to think
A lot of
like
people
you.
did get it.
A lot of people obviously think like you, which is which I'm, worried about. But yeah, James Taylor is great.
But that's just someone-
James Taylor.
Just
Yeah.
someone guessing.
Yeah, James
So,
Taylor works.
Have we got a winner, Steve? He's just going to randomly pick one.
I did have a winner. I've just lost them.
Oh,
Needless to say, that lucky person.
won't be watching Stigmata tonight. Just randomly, it's a
just
draw,
random.
by the way. It's not the
It's
first
just-
or
okay,
anything.
I'll just-
I said to Carl in the break, I said, "Is the first one in?" He went, "No, I don't want a competition that relies on speed because I don't want to be rushed."
Okay.
So randomly click on someone.
I'm just going to randomly click on one.
Go on.
They've not put an address.
Well, what we can do, we can email back and say, send us your address.
Well,
course you can.
I think if they haven't put an address.
Well, no, read
Okay,
it
hang on.
out.
All right.
Yeah.
Chris Beaumont.
He's the
Lucky
winner.
Chris Beaumont.
Chris Beaumont will be watching Stigmata tonight with a club of Hagen-Dazs, if I'm not much mistaken.
So
He'll be loving it.
Well done to Chris.
need his
Yeah.
address. Right, then.
That's the end of that competition.
Right.
Can we play a record or something?
Well,
Or
we're on to another feature.
oh, what is this?
This one is...
Rick, were you not at the planning meeting?
What is this? Go on.
This is, that song's got a good story in it.
Oh, is this that? Oh, God.
So tell us the rules.
Right, the rule is that songs
Oh,
that we play on the show every week, and there's a lot of music out that they just keep saying the same
Oh,
thing
just
over and over.
what is it? What's
It's
the
a
song with the story this
with
week?
A good story.
What's the song with the story this week? Just say it.
It's Gene Pitney, 24 Hours from Tulsa.
Oh, I'm really sorry about this. If you're an XFM listener, we got to listen to this. Go on.
Well, do you know what it's about?
Yeah, isn't he trying to get back to his girlfriend?
Yeah, he's been working away. Lives in Tulsa. He works quite far away,
Right.
and he's
Will
coming
this
back.
save us having to listen to the song?
Well, it's always good to sort of.
Hear the story before you hear the story.
It's like you know.
Sure.
You,
I like this before a film. Yeah,
no,
go on, go on.
you might read the book before you see the film, type thing.
Yeah,
So
never in my case.
he's working miles away. His missus is in Tulsa. He's driving back, and he can't wait.
He's
to
only
see
about 24 hours away, and I
He's
remember.
about 24 hours away, and he's a little bit tired on the way home. He's thinking, oh, I don't want to look a mess for when me missus sees me.
Mm.
So he says,
Might
right,
be
I'll
goodbye.
stay at a motel, get some energy and that, for when I see you, have a shave.
Nutri-Grain bar.
So he pulls over at a motel,
Yeah.
and he's locking his car up, getting his suitcase out the back. There's a woman in the car park. He's like, oh, she's all right. She looks at him. He thinks,
XFM 104.1.
I don't think the suitcase in the boot is mentioned in the song. I think that's maybe a 12-inch mix or something. I've not heard
well,
that.
basically, right?
Oh,
not all
I
the
don't
stories.
remember.
I'll play the record, for Christ's sake. Let them listen to it.
I don't remember him saying, cool, she looks alright in the record.
Yeah, well done. Yeah. 24 Hours from Tulsa, Gene Pitney, song with a story.
You are quite upset by the lyrics of that song, aren't you?
I just think it's a bit annoying that, right, he loved this woman.
Yeah.
Everything's going fine. He's only 24 hours away from home. I don't know what sort of distance he's done. but he can't wait to get home. And all it took was some woman in the car park to sort of
Give him the eye.
give it an eye. And all the like the good times he's had with his missus go out the window. And I don't know.
That's the dangers of falling in love with a prostitute.
Oh,
What I like about it, though, is the fact that he's writing this to his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
It's like, talk about rubbing it in.
Yeah.
I was kissing her and getting off with her. We were having a wild
Didn't
time.
take as
I
long
was
as
going
Carl did
mental on
explaining it, though. Yeah.
But did you hear the very end? Because
Yeah.
he's a loser. Because he said, and he can never go home again.
Yeah.
So even though he's got this new girlfriend and that,
Yeah.
he can't see his old mates
He has
anymore.
falling in love with her.
Can't see his old mates anymore, he said. Can't see his old mates anymore.
Yeah. It's a sobering lesson.
I'll tell you a song.
Next time you stop at the Granada services on the way back from, Swansea, be careful.
There was a song that's a bit like that by Jim Reeves, probably out about the same time, a little bit before, right? It was just called just 100 miles from Mary Ann, right? And it was him and his horse going through the snow, and he was just telling
He
him,
stopped at a little chef.
yeah, he fancied another donkey. No, but it's really sad. It used to make me cry when I was little because he got there right, and he wouldn't leave old Ben, the horse, and he dies in the snow, and then so he dies in the snow.
He's gone again. I get the same way, teary-eyed, with two little boys.
Yeah.
No, I don't like that.
Why not?
It's just...
You think I'd leave you dying when there's room on this horse for two? Climb up here, Jack. We'll soon be flying back to the ranks so blue. It was just like when they were playing with the little horse's head when they were little, and he was a soldier, and he helped him, and he returned the favour in a war, which to me is a bigger favour than just letting him have a go on a hobby horse, but a lot braver, if you know. Yeah, last number one of the 60s as well. Christmas 1969.
And it's, of course, based on truth. That's a history lesson right there. It is based on fact. It's a famous person. I think it was
Cromwell.
Winston Churchill and Cromwell.
Yeah, it was Winston Churchill and Cromwell.
Cromwell and Winston Churchill.
Yeah, they were both lived ages ago, so they lived at the same time. Literally ages ago, so they lived at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, that's it then.
Is it?
Yeah.
Were you listening to anything we were saying then, Carl? Did you understand any of that me and Steve were just chatting
You just
about
saying
then?
that Rolf Harris did a good song about someone who's got to carry on a horse.
Right, and what was about the stuff about Cromwell and Winston? What do you think that was about?
I missed that.
We're doing humour. We're doing a little bit of humour. It was a satire on you saying age is not being specific. Do you like that stuff we do?
Yeah. That's it then.
Just a cat looking out a window at a dead mouse or something. You can go, come here, and it's just looking at the mouse it could eat. You want to press the buttons and finish, don't you?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Play a record or?
No, that's it. It's ads and that's it.
Okay. Great. Goodbye.
What a wonderful ending. That's what we mean when I'm in the back.
Foo Fighters. All my life on XFM 104.9, Ricky Gervais, with me, Steve Merchant, and of course Carl Pilkington. Ooh, are we going to show for you today?
What have we got planned?
Loads of stuff, and 2 hours of it,
right?
And all the
But
records.
specifically, what sort of stuff have you planned for us? Because I know you've been working hard.
What have you done?
Because I've been busy this week. I've been house hunting. I've various things, but I know you've had the whole week off.
Right.
So what have you been up to? Right?
Go on, Carl, tell them what we've got. Tell them what we've planned, all the stuff you've done.
What have you got?
But Rick, specifically, what have you come up with? Quick, because people are getting bored. Tell us what you've...
I've come up with the music.
Right. Obviously, we've already planned that. We planned that last week, so that's all done. But what have you yourself contributed to today's show?
I got a text message today from Ross Noble. You know Ross Noble, the comedian, who's on. Have I got news for you?
Right.
He says, ask Carl if he woke up with ladies' boobs, would he just put a dress on and live as a lady, or would he just be a man but with these boobs?
Carl, it's a good question. I know that happened to Ross, so he's throwing that one out at you.
It did in a way, because he ate pizzas for a year, didn't he?
Did, yeah.
And he got a lovely pair of breasts.
Yeah.
Go on.
Probably
boobs.
just find a loose-fitting jumper, go to the doctor's.
What would you say to the doctor? How would you explain this phenomenon to the doctor? So you'd be happy with this because you believe in shite, like
No.
happening. Go on.
But it can happen because I told you a couple of weeks ago how
What?
it can happen.
What
How you can wake up with breasts if you're a fella. I told you.
Go on.
Haven't you remembered?
No, funny that, isn't it? Go on.
Have you, Steve?
No, I don't remember this. Did you tell us on air?
Yeah. It can happen if you go to Argentina and have a steak. You can wake up with breasts because
I'm sure I'd have remembered
Carl,
that.
pull the other one. Look, he likes that.
Is that what you've come up with this week? That joke?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Play a record. It's going to be a dynamite show.
What songs you want?
Listen, look, I'm going to play some classic tunes today. I'm going to educate the youngsters, Steve. Right, now, you've all heard of Lou Reed, you've all heard of Velvet Underground, but, have you heard of Venus in Furs, Carl?
Shiny, shiny, shiny boots of leather.
Venus in Furs, Velvet Underground. What a great start. What a classic song.
They continue to sound fresh and contemporary.
Do you know what that song's about, Carl?
No.
M&S.
It's about M&S.
You know that?
Yeah.
You know the shop?
Yeah.
It's all about that.
Yeah.
Whiplash, Smile, and all that. All the things you can get at Marks and Spencer's.
Shiny boots of leather.
Yeah. Being whipped.
Yeah. I think that's a new division they've opened.
Yeah, but we have got a great show lined up, haven't we?
No, go on.
We know we have. No, because we've got Rockbusters coming up. The great new
looking
quiz.
forward to that.
That's made the press.
Has it?
Yeah. Frimley Tea Room's newsletter mentioned it. We've also got
That's Carl's local, isn't it?
yeah. We've also got Educating Ricky, where Carl educates me. The one last week, a girl, right? She was deaf and she was having an argument with her mum. And she pushed her and she hit her head, and then she can hear again.
Yeah.
Don't know what I learned from that.
No.
It might be subliminal. Something might be going. It might be a metaphor that I will learn from.
Yeah, it's
You
like
know,
a parable.
Yeah. So look at his face. We might as well be talking Dutch, mightn't we, Carl? Say something quick. It's radio.
I don't understand what you want from me.
Oh, we're only joking.
Right. So, educating Ricky, I've worked a bit harder this week. We've got some good stuff.
Okay.
I'll give you the
teaser headlines later.
headlines in a bit.
Yeah.
So you've got Rockbusters as well.
Carl's having a bit of a stressful week because he thinks he's not appreciated because he gets in at what time do you get in? About 8 or 9, don't you?
I've been busy this week. I've been in at about 8:30 in the morning.
Yeah, and you've been leaving when?
About 8:30, 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah, you're in
Yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah, I'm in now.
You get paid, don't you?
I'm busy at home at
A
the
lot of
moment
people work late, Carl. A lot of people work 12-hour days.
Why are you busy at home, Carl? What are you up to?
because we're trying to sort out a move. I've been trying to call round this morning to get someone to buy a futon on a table from me.
Yes. Well, we could put that appeal out now, couldn't we? If anyone wants to buy a futon or a table.
Just think, a futon that Carl Pilkington slept on.
How much you asking?
Whatever.
Well, you need
For
the
the
well,
two, you've got to take the two. I don't want like different people coming round and that.
Sure, wasting your
Got to
time.
buy futon on a table.
It's quite specific, isn't it? Someone has to want a futon.
Yeah.
The specific futon you're
It's
selling
like
and
a
the
tea
table.
made, isn't it? Alarm clock and tea maker. This is
Yeah.
futon and table.
Looking for about 100 quid.
And it's good. It's good.
Oh, for
good
fuck's
to
sake,
see
these
you on.
goddamn jagging.
So you haven't pissed
No.
yourself in the no.
No.
They're gonna fix this
And
shit.
what sort of table is it? Are we talking? Are we talking like a table for a lounge, a dining table?
No, for like a computer and just something.
Has it got any drawers? Are there any drawers? There's no
No,
drawers.
it's just a nice wooden table.
Right. Is it kind of
solid.
oak or is it sort of an IKEA sort of thing?
No, it's like oakish.
It's oakish.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 100
What
quid.
the futon is just the mattress and the pallets. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
but it's not. You see, you get cheap futons, don't
This
you?
is a
But
good one,
this
is
is a good one. It's
How much would that have retailed for when you purchased
I
it?
think I paid about $250 for
Right,
it.
so it's a bargain
Well,
for people.
if you look at it,
And how long have you had it? How old
This
is
is
it?
a whole new strand.
Well,
isn't
I'm
it?
thinking
I
this
don't
is a
think
great...
it's legal. I don't think we should
I'll
use.
tell you what I'm interested in Rick. It's just finding out a little bit about the sort of thing that Carl's got in his home, you know.
I'm interested in if people will phone up to spend £100 just to go round.
Carl's house,
No,
yeah.
no, I won't be. No.
What?
No, they'll come here. I'll bring it to work, and they can pick it up here. Don't
I'm
worry
going to bring
about
a
But they can meet you.
futon and a table to work. Don't you ride a
So
bike
hold
to
on,
work?
we need someone with a van now.
Yeah.
So we need. Is anyone who wants to? But they're not allowed around your house. Can they meet you next door? Someone with a van.
Could they meet you in your street somewhere?
Hold on, could they meet
What
you?
if you-
Hold on, what about the little Chinese fellow that lives across the road on the two bouncers and the old woman who's dead reading a book? Could you meet him somewhere?
I've got an idea. What about if you meet at the end of your street, you blindfold them, like they do when terrorists take the negotiator to the hideout,
the big cheese.
and so you could do that, and so they could piece together maybe where you live
With
from the sounds and stuff.
Yeah.
But what about that, Carl? That seems a great idea.
Yeah.
And would you sign the futon for people? Do you think? Would you give them a little signature, or maybe at least a
sign
bill
the
of
pallet,
purchase?
couldn't you? You could sign the pallet.
Yeah. Or I could try and get work to buy it off me, and then we give it away for Rockbusters.
Do you think they do that? Do you think they do? I think they'd probably do it for Foxy with his big.
Well, imagine
hog.
how big that
Imagine
would
if he wanted to sell his hog.
be. Yeah. That is a motorbike, isn't it?
yeah. He's been selling his hog for money for years, hasn't he? Oh dear.
So well, we'll see about that. See
So
we get any
if
interest.
people are interested, maybe email ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk if you're interested in a futon.
Buy Carl's
and-
futon
and, and a
competition. £100 ONO.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
What gear have we got anyway?
I never knew what that meant. Oh, I know. I thought it went sort of
Oh,
on
no.
the nose.
Oh, no. On the
On
no-
nose.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Well, tell me what we got to give away, Steve.
So
quick.
actually, I have to say, you've excelled
We've
yourself
got
this
the
week.
Richard Ashcroft's single coming up soon after this. Go on.
Since when have you taken to talking like that? It does amuse me.
Go on.
This is a nice little collection here. This is a 3 DVD set. David Attenborough's The Life of Birds, Trials of Life, and Life in the Freezer.
That's a good one, isn't it?
That's a
Go on.
selection of animal-based documentaries.
Yeah.
We've got... And now this
What he's
actually
best at.
Well, absolutely.
I hate when he goes off the ball and does like fast cars.
This is very, very good indeed. This is a best of David Bowie compilation.
It is a very good,
Just,
it's a
in
proper
time for
one,
Christmas.
not the rubbish ones that no one else wanted. This is a brilliant
Yeah, it's got
compilation of
an
the
excellent
Bowie.
selection on there. We've got this. Now, this looks like a Madness Oh, no. It's far worse than we could possibly have imagined. It seems to be some kind
Is it Our
of
House?
tie-in with the Our House Madness musical.
And it's not a cast of 20 people who wanted to be singers.
It's tricky to find out. I can't figure out if it's the originals or not. But needless to say, if you're a Madness fan, I'm sure that would be an absolute
you love
treat.
that. You love that. You'll love that.
Now, I know that...
Steve, I wouldn't mind that DVD collection myself, but I can't.
That's
It's
true
the
enough.
giveaways that no, we can't.
I'm talking of great compilations. What about this? It's Country Legends. I'm
Oh,
seeing on
that's
the front
all right.
there Glenn Campbell. We've got Dolly Parton. We've got, whatchamacallit? On the front
What do we call it?
He's
From
a great performer.
yeah.
Jake, whatchamacallit.
Oh,
Some
excellent.
great hits from him. So that's there as well.
What
Country
a
Legends.
collection.
That's same XFM compilation again, easy to get hold of. If
But
you
the big
are in
one,
the
the big
building.
one, the film that Carl
This is
picks
it.
every week,
The
big
DVD
one.
movie this week.
Don't go out tonight if you've got a DVD player and a television set, because
No.
you'll be staying in and watching this fantastic film.
It will tear your soul apart. It's Hellraiser. The original Hellraiser. Bear in mind, it has been on Channel 4 and Channel 5 and on most cable channels since it came out. But if you haven't seen it, if you're one of the only people who has not seen it, and of course you have to be over 18 to play, then you can win Hellraiser.
That is fantastic. Well, play a song, Carl. We'll come back to
Okay.
that. More great stuff.
Indeed. The competition coming up later. Email only, isn't it, Carl?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Futon.
Futon's still available.
Richard Ashcroft. Check the meaning. Well, Carl, you're chuffed, aren't you? What's
Sorry.
happened? What's just happened? Tell the listeners what's
This has
happened.
sparked you up a bit.
Steve's just called up. He's putting an offer for the futon and the table.
Yeah.
I think he definitely wanted it, but I said, look, think about it over the weekend.
Yeah.
Give
Well,
us
you're
a
not a
call.
hustler.
No, well, I'm not going to rush him into it, because once he's got it, he can't bring it back. I'm not messing about.
No.
So
The bloke said, what sort of wood is it? Carl said, sort of like a light brown colour. He went, what, beach coloured? Carl went, depends what beach you're on. Which was nice.
You do understand there's a wood that's called, beach.
well, he's happy. He likes the sound of it. Nice
Sure.
plum cover. He's going to be.
Yeah. Is Carl going, that'll go with Magnolia? He's
Yeah.
just going, I'll tell you what, looked nice in your spare bedroom. It was like
Well, he
an
did.
episode of Changing Rooms. It was like listening to an episode of Carl.
He did the deal in under 3 minutes, wasn't
It
it?
was
And that
pretty
song,
good, isn't he?
He phoned it about halfway through in that song, so
Yeah.
you worked pretty quick, Carl, I've
Yeah.
got to say.
Yeah.
It's your Manx scally way.
I'm sure we're not allowed to do this, though.
No, I think it's highly criminal.
Yeah.
Have you got anything that you getting?
Well, I'll tell you, I am moving shortly, so I mean, I might come in next week. I could have a couple of
I
drinks,
threw
yeah.
away a desk the other day.
I got to get rid of a bed, a chair, because I'm pretty tall. This is so pathetic. when I moved up to London, my dad said, "Well, you want to be careful because the seating in a lot of these London pads, it's bad seating, very low backs, fashionable, isn't it? Fashionable chairs and stuff. You're a big guy, 6'7", you need like a decent chair." We went to a shop. It was like a second-hand furniture shop, right? I bought this chair, very high backed.
Why did you buy
I bought a
for a solo? I love that.
It's just a chair, so I could sit in my
what was
room
it?
and watch TV.
But was it a soft chair or was it a wooden
It was
chair?
kind of like a sort of, well, let me explain, because it's kind of like an armchair, but it's kind of got wooden arms. So I get this chair, I bring it up to London, I'm thinking, this is a
love
great
that.
chair, this is a wonderful chair. I'm going to be watching TV, everyone else is going to be in agony,
Pipe,
you know,
yeah,
but
smoking
I've got this
jacket.
lovely chair,
Yeah.
right? And I brought it up, and someone went, they looked at it, they went, "Isn't that an orthopaedic chair?" And I looked at it again, right, and I realised it's kind of white cleanable. It's made of some kind of fabric that allows you to just mop it down with a wet cloth.
Why?
Because I think it came from an old people's home.
Oh.
You know when you see, like, old people in
Oh,
some kind of
no.
social room in an old people's home, just
Yeah.
sat watching a little
Everything's
crappy old
dry
TV,
white.
and
Yeah.
you can wipe everything clean. It's one of those chairs.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So if anyone's, maybe they've got an elderly
Didn't you keep
relative.
slipping off?
Just goes like, and it's also the most uncomfortable chair I've because unless you've got chronic back pain, it's just the most uncomfortable chair. It makes you sit bolt upright, if not slightly forward.
You've done a good sell on it. I think the phones are going mental.
Well,
How much
maybe
do you want for that, Steve?
if you've had a recent accident, or you've got a disabled, or someone in the house who's just elderly, then you might want to get in touch. I'm happy to. You can take that off, man, for 25 quid.
This is so wrong.
25 quid, I'll
Oh,
take that. Maybe you're setting up an old people's home, it's a little
Yeah, maybe
pet
it's-
project.
Yeah, you don't get a lot of grant. And we can help.
Exactly.
We can I mean, and because Steve's such a high flyer, I mean, if it really is a good cause, they just give it to you.
Well, let's not rush into anything, really. I like to assess each case, individually. But
sure,
certainly
sure.
if you are a charity, then I might go for 20 quid. You take it off my hands for 20 quid. But otherwise 25. And I tell you, it's in good condition because I haven't really sat on it.
£5 off if you really are
You know,
informed.
and there were some stains. I've wiped them clean.
Yeah. Oh dear. Well, that's fantastic. So we've
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what we should resuscitate next week. Swap Shop. The multicoloured swap shop.
Honestly, there's
It's a great format.
but there's a couple of things I've always wanted to get back at. Swap Shop is one of them, and the other one is Superstars.
I don't remember Superstars.
Superstars was great because it was like the people of their time. So you'd have like people like nowadays. You'd have Beckham and what's his name? Who's a tennis player? Who's a
Rosetsky.
Yeah, and they have to compete. So all these people have to compete at each other's sports. And they have to choose 7 out of 10 sports. And there's a leaderboard and there's a big final. Oh, Keegan came off his bike.
It's
Brian
not
Jacks
like
always
it's
used to win it. No, it's real sports.
proper sports.
It's 100 metres, tennis, weightlifting, all the real sports that you can't do your own sport.
Well, I know you're a pretty big guy now in British TV. You're a bit of a big shot. What do you reckon? Pull some strings?
Let's get it back on
Let's
there.
get it back on there.
Superstars.
Superstars sounds fantastic.
Me, Johnny Vegas, Peter Kay. For the bigger fella, I think maybe. The comedy superstars. What we got next? We've got a bit of Springsteen, haven't we?
Let's play Springsteen. This is a track from his current album, The Rising. A lot of people think
Brilliant.
Bruce is a bit MOR, a bit middle of the road or whatever, but, you know, I just think, piss off.
Yeah.
I just think, screw you,
I
let's
just
play
think,
it.
get lost,
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Imagine this, you're open top caddy.
Yeah,
you're just
driving
going
across
around
country.
Route 66. You're going home maybe for Thanksgiving
Yeah.
to see
Yeah.
your folks.
That
Just
struck
turn
me.
up the radio if you are.
Play the tune,
Probably
Carl.
not, though.
That just reminded me when I brought a... So stop it for a second. Just realised when I brought a woman
Absolute
back
shambles.
and she saw the orthopaedic chair. You bring a woman back to your pad. Oh, it's embarrassing.
And the harness.
Yeah.
And,
exactly, the truss.
Yeah, and yeah. Can you give me those 2 splints? I'm sorry? Those 2 splints there. Well, I've got to go. Have you?
Is this a potty under the bed? The Rising, title track from Bruce Springsteen's current album,
Great
The
track.
Rising. Yeah, it's good tune.
Great. It's that feeling of it's melancholy and uplifting. We've had quite an interactive show so far because we've got a call that Superstars is coming back. It's due to come back in the BBC schedules, which is great news. Apparently, with Steve Redgrave is one of them. I just don't think will professional footballers be allowed to take part these days though. When they're on 50 grand a week, you can't really have them falling off bikes and their ankles, can you?
See McCaskill last night.
Yeah, Celebrity Fit Club. Yeah.
Ian McCaskill.
Oh, he fell off his
haven't
bike
been
about
watching
3 times, didn't he? Oh, did you see Celebrity Fit
No,
Club?
I haven't seen it.
There was a great moment where they had to go into a thing called a bod pod, and you sit in it, and it's quite space age, and it analyses you, and it tells you percentage body fat. Now, I think men are meant to be about sort of 15 to 25% body fat. Women are meant to be like about 20 to 30 body fat, and they all went in there, and it went in there, and it said Ian McCaskill, and it came up 34% body fat or whatever, slightly overweight. And when it come to the 38% overweight, then it went the other one 45% body fat, obese. Then it went Jono.
Did it say, I don't want to tell you?
Yeah. And then it went
1 at a
50% body fat, very obese. Then Rick Waller was sat in there, and it came up 60% body fat. And I wanted it to come up slug. But it came up more, but it's 60, you are 60% fat.
So 60% of him is
Yeah.
fat.
Yeah. 60% of his entire makeup.
That's extraordinary.
It is,
Well, you
yeah.
know my feelings about Waller.
Well, let's get on to it.
Well, that's the reason I don't
know,
watch the show, actually.
I do feel a bit sorry for him, and he is, I think he is trying, although the fella there thinks he's not trying. So I don't know who to believe, Steve.
Sure. Yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
who to believe
yeah.
Waller, and he does get pains in that, and he is a bit...
Yeah.
The
you know.
problem is, right, he does like his food,
Yeah, we all like our food.
but if he didn't do the exercise, he wouldn't be as hungry, and he might not get fat.
This is a whole new nutritional outlook.
Absolutely.
So you're saying, don't exercise and carry on eating, and that's interesting.
but
Can
you-
let me write that one down. I will send that to the British
Nutritional organisation.
Yeah, no, that's good, Carl Pilkington. Okay, well, no, it's a
No,
good.
I'm no doctor or anything.
Whoa,
Yo, come off it. Stop being so bloody modest.
Please.
You are a doctor. You're not a doctor, seriously. You didn't qualify. That's interesting.
You dropped out early, or?
That's mad. That is mad.
I mean, you're as good as doctor. You just didn't get the paperwork, or whatever. You just didn't turn
Yeah.
up for the exam.
He was just saying that Bruce Springsteen depressed him a little bit
Yeah.
because it reminds him of when he worked in the supermarket. And I said, it's funny like a song can do that, take you right back there. He went, yeah, nothing else can do that. I said, well, actually, smell is the most evocative sense, because smell is linked to memory in the brain. And he went, yeah, they probably said that before music, though. And now all science are going, we better revisit this, because there's music now.
Yeah.
We've had this theory knocking around for, 10,000...
I went to see Bruce, you'll be pleased to know. I just want the fans of the show to know that I did make it to Bruce Springsteen's concert last week. And he started with that song we just played, and it was dynamite. I mean, he never let up. Almost 3 hours, he rocked the joint. He's 53, he was sliding across, it was pure rock and roll. Pumping our fist, sliding across the floor on his knees, he was jumping on the piano. It was real Jerry Lee Lewis rock and roll. And it was dynamite. And I just was looking around now, and when I am the trendiest person at a gig,
oh dear,
then I'm in trouble. Do you know what I mean? And
Oh dear.
People there. I imagine, on Amazon.com,
Oh dear.
it says like people who bought X also bought Y.
Yeah.
And I think people who bought tickets for Bruce probably bought tickets for Martin Knopfler,
Yeah,
Dave Gilmour,
yeah.
Pink Floyd, without
I
Pink
know.
Floyd.
But
Stevie Nicks.
But there's also, but then there's also,
Pete Cetera.
all the monsters rock. They probably buy Stones when they visit,
Yeah.
and probably
It's
Tina
the blue
Turner.
wash jeans.
Yeah,
You know, it's the small waistcoats
yeah.
over a denim shirt.
Plaid shirt, maybe sort of like Timberlands. Nothing wrong with Timberlands. I'm not. That's libelous.
Sure.
No.
Sure.
See, I've done it again.
But so it was hell getting out. I couldn't find. I mean, I went to the tube and it was a nightmare because some of the tubes weren't running. I just said to my friend, "I'll sod this," stormed off, trying to find a cab. Couldn't find a cab. Wandering around Wembley, just livid. I mean, fuming because I couldn't find a cab. I was screaming because I was going, I've got money. I'm on the radio. I've had a TV show. I've got the cash. I'm willing to spend it. There's no one who can help me get home. And I was thinking,
I've seen him shout this in Brewer Street.
Yeah.
Just to stand in the middle. Go on.
and I was thinking to myself, what would you have done there? Because in the end, I just sat in a little cafe, had something to eat. But you, I mean, if you couldn't get a cab, what would you have done? Just because there's a couple of, I was looking, there was a couple of hotels near Wembley. I was thinking you'd have just checked in.
Yeah, and just
And stayed till the morning,
Yeah,
wouldn't
when there's a cab, let me know.
I was thinking because you were thinking of going. Would you have booked a cab beforehand?
Yeah.
Would you have thought to do that?
Yeah, I'd have got a cab there, and I'd have booked a cab
Wouldn't
somewhere.
the helicopters just took you back home?
Yeah.
Oh, he's having a dig, isn't he?
He's having a laugh, isn't he?
Well,
Yeah. Yeah.
play the ads.
Death in Vegas. Scorpio Rising.
Featuring the voice of, is it Noel Gallagher?
Liam, innit?
Is it Liam?
Sounded a bit like him.
Liam, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
all right, isn't it?
Excellent. Yeah. Right. Okay. Let's get this show well and truly on the road. We better start educating Ricky next, Carl. What have you got for me? I can't wait for learning. I need learning. I need education.
We should just
Teach
explain,
me something.
obviously, for those that have just tuned in, Carl tries to teach Ricky 3 things each week.
Based on the pun title.
And yeah, each of them, just to tantalise Ricky, is abbreviated into some kind of headline.
A cryptic clue involving a pun.
So what have you got for us this week?
They are really cryptic this week.
Okay.
Yeah.
First story, little headline, is don't worry about him, he candle it.
He candle it.
Yeah.
Sounds a bit like he can handle it, but it's not. Brilliant.
Second one.
Get a lobe of
I'm
Get a lobe of this.
Some classics. Who
Yeah.
can forget? Get a lobe of this.
Yeah. Coming soon.
And stocking aching and watermelon. Go on.
Second one.
Yeah.
I'm committed to this treatment.
I'm committed to this treatment.
Yeah.
All right, tantalising.
Yeah. And the last one. The police are causing a bit of a stare.
The way he looks when he says it. I wish we could. Can't we get Carl on telly?
There's got to be a way.
We cannot. With all the cable channels, anyone can get on telly these days. Let's phone up. Let's get you on Choice or something. Just Carl.
What are you going for?
Oh, he can handle it. I think.
Don't worry about him. He candle it.
He candle it.
Sorry,
Okay,
yeah.
let's hear this one.
Right. Are you familiar with the phrase "burning the candle at both ends"?
Yeah.
Do you know how it's come about?
I know a man who does.
I assumed that it was to get more light in the room.
How would that work?
Well, they'd put it sideways and light both wicks, so out of one candle they could get
No.
two. No, go on.
No. What it is?
I know what
is,
it means you're doing too much. You're staying up too much.
Right.
You're not getting enough sleep. And you're
Well, years ago.
Yeah.
When they didn't have light bulbs and that.
Oh yeah. What year is this? Literally ages ago, specifically.
Yeah, quite a bit back.
Okay.
Didn't have light bulbs and that, so they used to have candles.
When
in
did the light bulb come in? Because I can't remember at the moment.
don't know.
Okay, go on.
So yeah, so they've got a light bulb.
You're not. You wouldn't know. You're a doctor. You're not a historian. Go on.
And people who worked a lot of hours Yeah.
How many? Literally lots.
They get up early in the morning because they have to be up early.
Yeah.
And it's dark outside, so they light the candle.
Sure.
And they wear it out a bit. And then they'd be getting in late as well.
Yeah.
And like they'd be like, oh, it's dark. I'll have to light the candle again. And they're burning candle at both ends of the day. So that's where the saying comes from: burning the candle at both ends. So.
All right.
That's a little lesson.
Yeah.
Lesson
Good.
1.
Okay. Can I have?
No,
Well,
no, you can't have
You
another
can't
one
rush
yet.
into them, Rick. You've got to.
I've got to soak
you've
in
got,
that.
You've got to soak that. Question for Carl off the back of that.
What do you think?
So people were. I mean, basically, where this comes from is people were
Literally burning the candle
both
at both ends of the day.
Sure.
There you go. So we've still got.
Go on.
I'm committed to this treatment. And
I can't wait. This is like Christmas
Rick, I
Eve
should
for me.
just say-
It's like Christmas. I've got to open another present now.
No, I'm afraid we've got to save it. Rick, listen, we often get a lot of email correspondence during
Sure.
the show, Rick, which I don't sort of pass on to you because I mean you're busy, you're planning the show and stuff.
Sure,
You've got a lot of
sure,
ideas, you've got
sure.
music and stuff to worry about. So I check the emails, and we get a lot of response. A lot of people obviously want to give us feedback. Just a sample one from Richard Anderson. He's just emailed us in here, Rick, because he's been listening to the show. He says, Ricky, your show is appalling. Are you actually aware you're on the radio, or has someone just secretly stuck a microphone on you? That's from Richard Anderson. So that's typical of the kind of feedback, Rick, we're getting today. So,
Is that good? Is it?
so that's the kind of high positive praise that we're getting. So
I'm
let's keep,
glad
going in
Anderson's
the same
listening
way.
because I wanted him. I was gunning for him as a fan.
I was worried that
early on in our career. So
absolutely, but,
I think he's hooked now, though.
But thanks, Anders, for getting in touch. Good work.
He's
Cheers,
sitting
Dick.
through it for Hellraiser, though, isn't he?
Yeah, well, that's still to come.
That's
Of
still
course,
to come.
Rockbusters.
Still to come. What we're playing?
A bit of old dirty I can't say the word. It's offensive. Old
Is it
ODB.
bollocks? Is it old dirty bollocks?
No.
What was it?
Old dirty.
Old dirty big cock? What is it?
I can't tell you. It's offensive.
Breaks up.
Brilliant.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Funny word, isn't it?
It's weird.
Funny word.
What other
isn't it?
funny words are there,
Although
Carl?
XFM's a funny word, I just say the letters out because the word doesn't make sense.
Just let me just check Richard Anderson's email again, just remind myself of.
Go on.
Ricky, your show is appalling. Richard Anderson, thanks. What I like about Dickie Anders is that he's obviously so angry, he's so annoyed by the show that he's bothered to email just to get the venom out. In other words, you'd switch over.
Well,
But he's
know-
obviously so annoyed. He's
He
actually
knows,
switched on the
he
computer.
knows how to hurt someone
log
as
on.
well.
Exactly. He's really taken the time out
Because I'm
to
thinking
show his disapproval.
of giving up.
I tell you what, though, it is pretty hard to listen to.
What this?
Yeah,
I've listened back to the tape that when you're making that thing for the best of,
yeah.
and I mean, I sounded like Albert Taplock. I really sounded like some sort of punch-drunk stroke victim. And oh, there you go. I was going to say, I don't remember myself like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do apologise. It's not a great planned show, slick word of articulate sentence, is it? But I mean, then who is?
But I think, there's so many shows that are, nowadays on radio. I think there's a lot of stuff that's heavily formatted, and there's with, I don't know, presenters who are professional and have got some sort of degree of talent and an ability to sort of string a sentence
Bored
together.
with them?
I'm thinking Chris Moyles.
Yeah,
Predominantly.
yeah. But I mean, I'm bored with those slick people.
exactly.
I think we need a little bit of calm
Hey,
in our life.
I'm just thinking, actually, I've just suddenly struck me. If you want to get rid of your furniture,
Got a buyer.
you've already got a buyer.
Got a buyer.
Because if there's any other stuff, we were clearing some stuff out of our place recently, and we just dumped some stuff outside on the street because we were going to
Take
take it
one
and take it to
CPU
the tip
off.
later. Just dump some stuff outside, and I have never seen so many people come
I want
out
to
of the
turn off
woodwork
multi-threading,
scavenging
but
through our garbage. It was incredible. They were like zombies.
Well, that's what I was
They
saying.
were like flies around shit.
But
It was
when I said
crazy.
to Carl,
That's what you should just do. Just dump it
when
outside
he
because
went-
it'll get taken.
when he went, he said, "Do you think I asked enough, 100?" I went, "Yes, definitely." He went, "Oh, I could ask." I said, "No, don't do that." I said, "Because you'll end up having to pay the council to take it away." He said, "I wouldn't." He said, "I'd rather just dump it and let a little homeless fella have it." And then he went, "Imagine a little homeless fella sitting at the desk."
Yeah.
Can you imagine, right? I walk past, he's sat outside Hearts, right? The little 24-hour shop.
Yeah.
He's sat outside there and he goes, "Have you got any change?" And I go, "I can do better than that."
Yeah, here's a chair and table.
It's
Here's a futon.
Yeah.
A futon, no less. Not your boring bed, but a trendy. Yeah.
Well, but the thing is, amazing the number of people that would stop to look at our junk. What? There was a car driving by with a family and kids, perfectly respectable, just driving past, on their way to somewhere, stopped, got out, got the kids out of the car. Come on, kids, let's just look through this junk. But I like the
You
idea.
said we were going to Walton Towers,
Yeah.
Dad.
No, sorry, no time. We're not going to the zoo.
This
Let's look
isn't
through this rubbish.
We're not going looking for people's rubbish
Put
again,
these
are we?
gloves on, look through this shit.
Ow! That's a
Yeah,
needle.
that's a needle. It was, I mean, who does that? Well, it was like a Saturday afternoon. Kids were just going to go and look through some rubbish. And one guy, this is the most incredible one, one guy, I caught him going through the bins as I came in. I said, all right, what are you doing? He was one of those homeless guys who likes to remain dignified.
Why did you say, what are you doing?
Well, because it was my house. I had to go I had to squeeze
It wasn't
past
in your
him.
kitchen.
He was in our front garden.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, going through rubbish. He'd torn the bags open. He was going through it. I said to him, what you up to? He went, oh, yeah, just looking at stuff. Don't worry. I'll clean it all up afterwards. Just looking for a few odds and ends. Blah, 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 blah. I said, oh, well, you can take what you want. You know, it's all going away. Yeah, thanks very much. Thanks. Yeah. So he went off. Right, I didn't think anything of it. I was walking past the shops the following day. It was a little sort of kind of 7-Eleven. Right, I was walking past. I thought, oh, that's interesting. A Gil Scott Heron album for sale.
Try
And
just
I
to.
looked, I thought, wait a minute, this is all our rubbish. And the guy had set up like a little car boot sale outside the 7-Eleven on the pavement. He'd taken our junk, he'd marked on prices. There's like an old RAC book from 1976 that had been lying in the house, a Yellow Pages. You know, and he'd marked up the
How much
prices.
was the
and
Yellow Pages?
I'm glad you asked.
What year was that
50p,
from?
I snapped it up. I thought that's a bargain. And it was incredible, the cheek of just selling our junk outside.
Enterprise, Carl. You did that. What did you used to do? You used to sell flowers.
I sold flowers. I
Yeah.
sold fizzy drinks at school.
Did you?
Yeah.
What
Made
that
a
you made?
It was Soda Stream, yeah.
Yeah.
Made some,
Well, of course, when you were doing your Pilkies making music, your disco,
yeah.
you used to go into Mum's bedroom and find a pair of tights and a cigar.
They'd be prizes. What else
Did
have
your
I done?
dad used to smoke cigars in tights, or your mum? Which one of them used to? Go on.
Right, look, let's,
Yeah, we're educating Ricky.
no. We're teasing that. Rockbusters.
Well, I think we should play a tune and come back with Rockbusters.
Oh,
so
the
everyone's
show's
looking forward
fallen
to it.
down. We were going so well, and it's just the energy, isn't it? The first hour we got through.
I'm still in good spirits.
Is this still good? Is it this
I'm
show?
enjoying it, yeah.
Yeah,
Having a good
it's
time.
still good, is it?
Let me just check, because just check what Richard Anderson thinks of it.
Good evening, man. Again.
He thinks it's appalling. The Dixter thinks it's appalling, so we should play a tune, because he prefers the
What's
music.
this?
Bit of Aqualung.
Aqualung.
Rockbusters next.
I like that. That's great, isn't it?
Not bad.
Aqualung. Good times gonna come. Well, Carl, we've got loads of ideas. We've got emails coming left, right, and centre. I think you've caused quite a stir. I think you've turned this show around. To be honest, I'm being honestly. Yeah, no, you've done really well. You're actually acting a bit like a producer, isn't he? And you're coming through in your own right.
Yeah.
We've had a great suggestion.
We've had a great email here. Let me
Listen
just check.
to this, Carl.
Let me just check.
Listen to
This
this.
is from Jeff Dunn. He's a big fan of the show, and he's just had a genius idea. He's saying, "You're moving house, Carl. Why don't Ricky and I come round? We can do a live outside broadcast from your flat.
It's
We can
genius.
observe from your kitchen those weirdos that live opposite.
Yeah.
We can just wander around, just see the kind of place that you've got. You know, maybe check out your record collection, your clothes, what you got in the bathroom,
It'd be
your
amazing.
futon.
It'd be like Louis Theroux, wouldn't it? We'd be Louis Theroux.
Come on, Carl. This is a dynamite idea.
Nah,
Why?
I don't want you coming around making a mess and that.
We
We'll
won't
make a mess.
That's
We're
what
one person.
make a
We'll
mess
take our
with.
shoes off.
When have I ever made a mess in the studio?
Yeah, exactly.
No.
No, but do you know what I mean?
We're not going to make a mess. We're not going to have anything with us.
But what's in it for anyone?
Well, it's just a fascinating insight into
Yeah,
you.
but right, when I see that little Chinese kid across the road who's dancing about in his underpants,
Yeah.
that's in the evening,
Yeah.
right? He's not going to be doing that on a Saturday, so you'll be disappointed there.
Sure.
That old
But
woman.
you could at least show us the room in which he dances.
Yeah, when you say little Chinese kid, he's a 35-year-old man, isn't he?
Yeah, well.
Yeah, you don't.
That's 28. That's
But
28.
anyway, that's beside the point. You know, we'll find our own amusement.
No, I don't. And the woman downstairs has got a baby, and if we make loads of noise, and that gets
We're not
stressed
going to
out.
make noise, are we? Just going to have a conversation in your flat. Have a cup of tea.
Yeah, but if we're doing OB, we need to get like a car outside with a big aerial on it, and
Well,
the
that's fine,
parking's
that's not a
bad round our way.
What do you mean you have to do? What do you mean?
To do an outside broadcast.
Can't they put in an ISDN line just for the
No,
dance?
no, because I'll make a mess of the wall, and I won't get my deposit back. So we'll leave that. Thanks for the idea.
You know he's gone around painting all the little holes to get his deposit back in the wall. He wants to get his deposit back. It's probably cost him about 400 quid redecorating.
Let's remind people, Carl, of the prizes for Rockbusters this week. It's
Right.
dynamite stuff. We've got the David Attenborough DVD Nature Collection. We've got a number of CDs, the best of David Bowie. We've got a Madness CD, not quite sure whether that's songs from the musical or their original tunes. Country Legends, 2 CDs there of great
Brilliant.
country music.
Brilliant.
And the Remix 2 XFM compilation. Plus, of course, the big movie prize this week.
Hellraiser.
Hellraiser. If you haven't seen it already, then I assume you have never seen a film before. Because I don't know if there's anyone who hasn't seen Hellraiser. But obviously you have to be above 18 to join to play the competition.
Come on in.
So,
How long would you want to be around for? Is this just for the...
just for the show. Couple of hours.
2 hours. You just get the desk in there. A live OB.
We could check out the futon. We could sing its
check
praises.
the fault in, right? Yeah. Oh, you might have sold that by
In fact,
now.
we could have someone come round and buy it live on air.
Yeah,
Yeah.
think about it.
Think about it. Think about it.
It's great. great.
What's
How did Graceland start? Because that was his normal house, and then he took over. Right. Anyway, Rockbusters.
Yeah, go on then.
I give a cryptic clue
Yeah.
and a letter, and it makes up a band.
He
Right?
never said the word cryptic a few months ago. I love it. Do you know what I mean? I feel it's like our own little Eliza Doolittle.
yes.
Right. Even Richard will like this one.
Mhm.
Here we go then. First one. There's
I think-
3 of them,
go on.
and you email in.
If this doesn't turn Dickie round, nothing will.
This is an email-only competition.
Email only. Right, here's the first one. Initial is B, so it's
B.
a band starting with B,
Okay.
and the cryptic clue is I don't like them birds. They shouldn't be allowed in this area.
I don't like them birds. They shouldn't be allowed in this area. Next one.
Right, the next one. He doesn't like women, yet he's got a couple of kids. That's a bit weird.
Is that a cryptic clue, or is that just
Is that just a
is that
thought
just a
you've had?
general point?
Is that
That's the cryptic clue,
Okay.
and the initials there are PD.
Okay.
And the last one. That
Oh, I've got that one. That's terrible. That's terrible.
Okay. Quickly.
Oh, God.
And the last one is that bloke who does. Come on! It's making me laugh.
Come on, Carl. Be professional.
Right, the last one. Right. I can't do it. It's making me laugh.
Oh, come on. I'll come and read them then.
No, hang on.
Come on, Carl.
Right, here we go.
They don't do this on Blockbusters on TV, do they?
No, come on.
Right. That bloke who does sport on telly. He's got a little kid, right? Initials DC.
What?
I'm
Was that the
completely
clue?
confused by
Was
that.
that the clue?
Yeah, that bloke who does sport on telly.
Yeah.
He's got a little kid. Initials DC.
Okay, is that a band? Or an artist?
It's I'm not
A
going to tell you.
cheese.
I'm
This
not
is
gonna
a
tell you.
well-known sandwich. Is it? What is it? Is it a
Fine.
band or an
Right,
artist?
so just quickly recap. That's
Okay.
it's a
Come on, Carl.
Right,
Come on.
quick recap.
Oh,
The
for
first one
fuck's
is
sake, the
I don't
goddamn
think women should be
delays,
allowed
man.
in this area, right? That's B. Right?
Look at this shit.
Second one, he doesn't like women, yet he's got a few kids. It's a bit weird. That's PD. And the final one, that bloke who does sport on the telly, he's got a little kid. Right?
The fucking
DC.
delay, mate.
All right, and it's
The
Ricky
pause.
at xfm.co.uk if you want to enter for Hellraiser.
Oh, I'll
All
tell you
those
what,
other
continue
quick
for the little theme of like some old
Ah,
stuff I've heard of.
bro,
You've
fuck
probably
this.
never heard of this band. It's also a new thing I want to introduce. It's Show Up Camfield. Camfield talks the talk. He doesn't walk the walk. He doesn't play some rock classics on his show because he's scared. I'm going to play the tracks that Camfield's too scared to play. This is Kansas and Carry On Your Wayward Son. All right, Raw, Nirvana.
Amazing.
We were just talking. We were getting excited about that.
Yeah,
weren't
he's
we?
got an incredible voice he has.
And Grohl drumming is brilliant. You know, you're right. The new one from Nirvana. Well, it's time for Educating Ricky Part 2, isn't it?
Like, it's just so annoying.
I'm going to learn so much from this. What's the choices again? What's
Right,
your
you've got.
Can I be bothered?
Still
I
keep
don't think
phoning
I
your
can.
answers to
Email.
email. Sorry, yeah.
The answers to
Shit.
Rockbusters.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Educating Ricky.
Second
Part
time
2.
it's happened. Third time. I've died from it.
Right. I'm committed to this treatment.
Yeah, screw it.
Is one.
I've got to go for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the other one is the police are causing a bit of a stare.